Alrighty, statisticians, what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to talk about binomial probabilities. The key word to remember in binomial is the word by 2. So we're going to talk about binomial experiments, and we're going to talk about the formulas to find the probability of specific outcomes from those experiments. So this is an example of a binomial experiment. So on a TV quiz show, each contestant has a try at the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a roulette wheel with 36 slots, one of which is gold. If the ball lands on the gold slot, the contestant wins $50,000. No other slot pays off. What is the probability that the quiz show will have to pay the fortune to 3 contestants out of 100? All right, so let's talk about why this is a binomial experiment. Now, so in your notes, you'll notice that I've kind of let this in for you to fill. So it meets these requirements. So first off, there are a fixed number of trials. That is the letter N. So the letter N stands for the fixed number of trials. How many times are we spinning the wheel? Every time we do a trial, they are independent and they are repeated under identical conditions. So every spin of the wheel has an equal chance of winning. Each trial has every time I spin the wheel, it'll only have 2 outcomes. We'll either have an S, which we're going to say is a success, or F is a failure. So success, it doesn't necessarily mean something good happened. It just was what I was looking for. F is something bad. It just means what I wanted to happen did not happen. For each individual trial, the probability of success will always be the same. In that last problem, it was 1 out of 36. Okay? So, and if we're going to represent the probability of a success as a P and the probability of a failure as a Q. So if I do the probability of success plus the probability of a fail, that has to equal 1 because I'm either going to succeed or I'm going to fail. And then to find Q, I'm going to do 1 minus success. Failure is 1 minus succeeding, 1 minus P. And then what we're going to talk about is R is the number of successes out of N trials. So in this last one, we had 100 trials, and we had our successes, 3 successes. Okay? So when we are asked to find the probability of the successes, we are not going to do this whole part in the middle. That's just too much work. What we're going to do is we're going to do N choose R, P to the R power, and Q to the N minus R power. Remember, P is the probability of success, and Q is the probability of a failure. So N, in my formula, N is going to be the number of trials. P is the probability of success. Q is the probability of a failure. R is the number of successes that we are looking for. So in that Wheel of Fortune problem, it was 3. We're not really going to do the factorial because we're doing this part. So we're going to do our combination and then probability of success raised to the number of successes we're looking for, probability of a failure to the number of failures. So note, remember, CNR, we don't say CNR, we say NCR, N choose R, where it's going to be the number of trials taken R successes at a time. So if you need to pause these and go back and pause so you can get these notes in, please do, because tomorrow we're going to have, when we come in on next time we see each other, we are going to have a bell work assignment. So be prepared, and I'll see you when I see you, Patriots.